and they're making money off this thing.
What's he talking
And
about?
that's a shame, really is. But
what's he talking about?
Here we go. He was angry. Hold on a second. I want to let Lynn know that I've officially blocked her. You got me mad. Get my butt.
Yes, Glay was upset, but Glay's fine. Glay was a little confused. Glay did block me. Oh, me. Because he didn't like me playing old tapes. But I'm going to play those old tapes if I want to play those old tapes. There's nothing wrong with me doing that. It shows a pattern of behavior that an insane woman did. And look, just think of all the problems that has been caused just by me playing Materna's words, her own words back. Why has that caused such problems? Okay. Well, it's going to grow without it because you've got Vicious, you've got other people out there that are pushing this. Right? Why? Because people can't call in? Mike tries to do it. You know, he's doing it now. This is who... Mike is the one that Tina says was correct, right? But anyway, I don't mind. Strawberry, so you suggest what? We just totally ignore all this, right? Because people are doing stuff off of the app. But I guess we just wait till it happens, right? All because what? We said we were going to play Materna 24/7? So what? They get other people to attack me, to distract. And this right here was where part of what I'd had the last straw. Last night, one of Tina's comments was accusing me of gang targeting Materna. Are you kidding me, you freak? Sorry, I'm just reading some. I mean, this has really blown a lot of people away that really, they're not going to come out and say it in front of people, but I think this kind of stuff's good. People that are scared to death to say anything out in the open in Periscope. Yeah. It's sad for Tina. Which fat ass bitch? I don't see how you get that, Strawberry. Do you know how to play the game? What game are you talking about? Oh, look. Give me just a minute.
How do you reflect on that first number when you think about 3/4 of those polled 2 weeks ago did not know someone who was COVID-19 positive?
Yeah, well, that's right, but they are 100% of the American people are aware of how dangerous this could spread and how many people are dying. We've become educated, like it or not. We it's funny. We have two concerns, deep concerns. People are fearful about the health of their family, and they're fearful about the economic health of their family. So it's is somebody in my family going to get sick? Particularly somebody who's vulnerable, somebody who's got a compromised immune system or an older family member. And at the same time, people are saying, how am I going to be able to pay the rent, pay the mortgage, save some money, afford the things that we need for life? And a lot of people in this country have no resources to fall back on. So it's the balance between these two things. And governors across the state and mayors are going to have to deal with balancing these things. Texas is not the only state that has a task force like this, but in fact, Mark McClellan and his friend and colleague Scott Gottlieb, I think, are also advising the state of Maryland. But it's smart for governors to sort of recognize these two
we don't
concerns.
Want to do the Clay one again. He'll get upset.
As we begin to restart the economy, do we balance those two concerns?
Interesting stuff. Thank you, Carl. It's great to see you today. Carl Rowe pushing forward. We'll see how Austin and the rest of Texas does later in this week. Thank you, Carl, for your time today. I want to show you a live look at the Dow. About 20 minutes left in trading. Oil prices plunged to...
Go. Let's see this. I think the date of this was April 6th. This was the date of April 6th. They're probably not going to be in order right now. But for some reason, they don't want this. So let's make sure we do it.
Hey guys.
No, this was April 6th. It's April 6th. There's part 1 and a part 2. Yeah, I'm tired of it, but I'm not going to give in. This is what they want. This is why they're doing this. So I'll stop. For some reason, they don't want Materna's words played. Can you help that?
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick, and we'll see who comes in. How are y'all today? I'm tired. We'll see who comes in. If not, I'll just say what I have to say. Okay, well, I just heard a video. Matt is sick, and I want Matt to get well. Matt, you need to go get tested if you haven't already. And then I wanted to say this.
And let me explain. I'm listening to this to listen to detail and words that are being directed towards me. If in the meantime she says it towards somebody else, that's not my fault. Well, I haven't been using it for 3 years. And this has gone into, I think I'm waiting to be served.
This liar, Don Stakes, who wants to run around and call everybody else a liar. It's horrible. I have watched them gather information on people.
This one woman attacked. And I think it is quite telling, really telling. I remember this woman talking about information gathering all along. And then now all of a sudden, the Turners want to say, oh, yeah, that's exactly what they did. They wanted information. Nope. You gladly offered it.
I have watched them dox people. I have watched them continue to ask for information. And this has nothing to do with what I'm doing legally. So, yes, I'm going to say it. I have watched Lynn, and how she does it is she says, well, is that person educated? What college do they go to? Is that person this or is that person that? Like.
That's one of the first things I usually look at, especially if I'm trying to decipher whether I'm going to believe their story or not. I'm going to look at their background. Why wouldn't you use that as part of your discernment? You just go on gut feeling?
Doing. I will say this. She said that, just her little digs, like I couldn't get into a public university, she said. Actually.
I never said that. I just said you went to a little private Methodist girls' college. That's
parents
all.
had enough money
to send you to a little hometown.
And wanted me to go to a private
And it seemed like you were married at that time when you were in college, were you?
So I did.
Kind of looks like you were married.
It had nothing to do with me not getting into any state university. Because if you weren't dumb, you would know that if I could get into a private college, I would certainly have high enough test scores and grade point averages to get into a state university.
Not really.
So that's that. But I mean,
actually, let me prove her wrong there again. UT was requiring a 27 ACT to get in. Now, the University of Tennessee is a state university. So, yeah, there's that.
Jealousy that I went to a private college. Am I entitled? That's ridiculous. It's very apparent that she attacks women and tries to be something she's not on the internet. But that's neither here nor there. I don't care. But her and Don Stakes running around calling Matt a felon, committed a felony. Don Stakes said it again last night. So today, I took it upon myself to go to the website. I actually did it late last night. Matt has never committed a felony, ever. That is a lie. I looked at the same website that they are giving out to confirm. He has never committed a felony. But see, this is what they do.
That's a little. Well, he was charged with one.
Not only that, this mental person and all their other little minions run around gathering information.
You're welcome. Okay, what's your question? Why is she sticking her nose into it? Because that's what she does.
Oh, Lynn, you would know all too well about that, don't you, darling? Hey, Rob. So, she was rescoping Wolf, and then Daisy came in, and then she started playing Materna.
I was not.
It's been a turn of events.
That was just a deal.
I have no interest in this shit. But she was rescoping Wolfie, and I thought it was going to be fun. But now, man, Daisy changes everything. That homecoming queen, I tell you what.
And poking digs at Mississippi State, and my nutrition certificate, as she says. So I just kind of said that basically she went to a little girls' city college, Methodist City College in Montgomery. And I know that because she showed the degree and I looked it up. And she probably started out with, she's probably has about as much knowledge as a paralegal does. If that much, actually.
And
that's my
they
opinion.
Think it's
I can
cute
say
to
it.
run around on this box.
But she gets all of her panties all up in a wad.
Information of sisters, brother-in-laws, addresses, whatever. And if you don't hush your mouth or do what they say, then they're going to dox your family, call jobs, etc., etc. That's what
says the woman that found my daughter, actually the daughter that's here right now on Facebook, and my sister and my brother-in-law, and she says it's because I told her to go ahead and do it. Give me a break.
They're all together. They all run together. And it is what it is. But Matt has never committed a felony. Went all the way back to 1996. I don't know if these people are too dumb to actually look up the statute that is there. And on the rest of them, it clearly says misdemeanor. And on a couple, by the way, the restraining order that they want to talk about was one that he got on somebody else. But see, they throw this information out just hoping and purposely wanting to defame someone, slander someone with real names. And it's not okay.
But I guess she thinks that my real name is chopped liver. Amazing.
I know who you are.
No, you
Block.
don't. No, you don't.
And I have never called CPS ever, and you would want to pay attention because the only time I called that had anything to do on this app was to make sure they knew that I wasn't the one that called after I was accused of it. So let's get that straight. But I wanted to come on here and say that about Matt. Sorry, I'm yawning. And, everybody can throw out things like, oh my gosh, you must not have a life. You're on this spot. I heard that a few minutes ago. Well, that's pretty hypocritical. You can tell someone else they don't have a life, but yet you sit here for 12 and 14 hours a day. And then I heard it was because they're being sued. So, okay, you now have to sit here and insert yourself and gather information on other people that have nothing to do with that because you're being sued. That makes no sense, but okay. So, it is what it is. I just wanted to say, and yeah, I can see how Matt would want his friends to speak up and say, I know he's not. I knew from what somebody had gotten, like on a mob background, that he wasn't. But when they said they were actually looking at a court website, I went to the website myself. They are liars. That is a lie. That is a lie that is put out there to defame, slander, just like they throw out other information. And the point is, they're the ones that are gathering the information to do that, to maliciously attack people on the internet. So, it is what it is. It just is. Hey, Kathy Barker, I didn't get to see that your video that you did. You put out that phone call. Yeah, and they were all together when that happened. They were all together when they brought Tina in to do this to me and Pam. I laughed hysterically today because you got the dumbass DJ that can't even figure out who's me and who's Pam, but they're using him to push out defamation, and it's just ridiculous. And so I made my choice to do that legally, standing by it. And all these other little minions, the chips will fall where they may. And it is my prerogative to turn that into law enforcement or not. And you're not going to take my sister's information, my brother-in-law's information, whatever, and try to terrorize me not to. It doesn't work like that. I guess I'm not your average for that too. Maybe. I don't know. So I just wanted to say that about Matt. And no, Matt has never committed a felony. Matt is not a felon. And that is proof. People can look at it you can go right to the website and look at it. Proof that Don Stakes and his stupid little avatar he runs around with trying to be something he's not, trying to crowd target people, calling them Nazis, everything else, that he's a liar. He just said it again last night. I mean, I don't know if he can't read or if he, but I pretty much think it's on purpose. But if anybody wants to challenge me on that, I will be happy to put Matt's. Go to the website and look at everything that's on there and show you that he's not a felon if you can't read. So that is just a lie. Just to do what they do. All right, so that's what I wanted to say. I hope that he gets tested. I don't know if you heard his video was going in and out. I think he had issues, and people will be surprised. I don't have a way to get in touch with Matt. I don't call Matt. I don't even know Matt's phone number, nor 33's. But they chose to insert themselves with me and do this crap. And now I'm sitting over there watching Lynn, same thing. Oh, well, does she have an education? Does she have, it's none of her business, period.
Then say it's none of my business.
And when you sit with trash, you can't very well question someone else's education. Just my opinion. But she doesn't even have enough sense to know that if you get into a private college, which tells me she did exactly what I knew she would, dig up information, because that's what they do. And they tell themselves over and over again. And now she's doing the same thing with Laura. And I've never spoken to Laura. But I will say this. I do know enough about Laura, just from what I know on social media, is that her family is not the kind that's going to sit around and let somebody slander, defame, and make up lies about whether or not they're drug addicts, they're drunks, they're this, they're that on the internet. Because that is slander. And these people choose to use real names while doing it. And then the criminal aspect of it is the digging of information behind the scenes. And they tell them themselves.
I guess I'll be talking to my police
There are very,
department.
very clear laws in every state.
Since on April 3rd, Karen accused me of criminal activity through passing information. And now the Turners are now saying that that's true. So I guess now they're plotting to somehow get me investigated for some type of criminal behavior
That cross state lines in regard to cyber stalking.
Oh, cross state lines. See, that's a key there, huh? Because anytime you take something across state lines, that makes it federal, right? Wow. It is starting to look a little set up, right? Why would she be saying this on April 3rd? And then what's today, the 21st? And now all of a sudden, see, she set up that little question there. And so now the Turners are trying to twist things and come out to validate what she said. I don't think they're going to be a credible witness for you, Materna, but we'll see how this works out.
So y'all keep talking. I wanted to say that to Matt. I hope he comes back on to let us know he's okay. Hey, baby. Oh, and there was another piece of false information that was put out. Section 8 housing is not once you get in, you're there forever.
I never said that, but isn't it cute how she hangs on my every word?
People qualify for Section 8 housing.
I know that there are people here,
and
it takes
they
years.
actually have income. And so they actually have to go through a process. If you file a tax return, you have to renew your housing situation every year to get Section 8. But once again, she's the one that's throwing out false information, thinking that she knows it all. It is what it is. But you know, that might come from being more important than a nurse on a false renal transplant team that she was never on. But she wants to talk about other people's back on.
Is she trying to say that I never had any patients that had a kidney transplant? I mean, is she really saying that? It's just amazing, this little...
Hope he's good, but I wanted to say that. I will be the one to say it. Matt is not a felon. Matt has never committed a felony. And Don Stakes and that whole little group are liars. And you saw his little minion, Boomer, go out and call Val unprofessional. And again, you know, that's up to Val to think what she wants. But if she thinks for 1 second that Don Stakes wasn't behind that, when I have watched him go go out and call, I want to say it, Matt is not a felon. Matt has never committed a felony. And Don Stakes and that whole little group are liars. And you saw his little minion, Boomer, go out and call Val unprofessional. And again, you know, that's up to Val to think what she wants. But if she thinks for 1 second that Don Stakes wasn't behind that, when I have watched him go right behind Don and do exactly what Don needs him to do, it is what it is. But I got a big laugh. Somebody calling someone an unprofessional scoper. And it shows how stupid they are. But that's my opinion. And me and Val might not agree with that. But that's what I see. And now I see them doing the same thing to Laura Bass that they did to me and Pam. And it all starts with, oh my God, she's a drug addict. Oh my God, she's this. And then they want to know what education they have. And then next thing you know, they know everything about you. And it comes up in comments. And that's what happened. And that, my friends, is cyber stalking. And they told on themselves. Not to mention the civil part of legally those ramifications for the slander and the defamation. So y'all can go back and watch from the beginning. I hope Matt's okay. Hey, Laura, I was just saying how now it starts because now she's asking about your education. She's asking about all these other things. So, you know, that's exactly what she did to me and Pam. Okay, good. Is he okay? I just caught what he said, what he was saying. He said he was sick. Yeah, Laura, that's what Babe Bree's saying. I mean, she did it. They did it to me. They did it to Pam, and then come the hashtags, then come everything else. That's what they do. And she says she was just wondering. That's what she'll say. She was just wondering. Um, I think Babe Reed's typing. Sorry, I was actually looking at my computer. I had not seen numbers today. Anyway, I'm going to jump off. I just wanted to say that about Matt, that he is not a felon, that, I'm not going to be the quote unquote friend of Matt, even though I only know him from here. That doesn't say that's not true. That is a lie. And anybody can go look at it on the website that they're talking about. And that proves they're liars. Because they've said it over and over and over again. Well, Laura, the funny thing about it is she, now her thing is apparently I couldn't get into a state university because I went to a private college. And, I mean, that just shows how dumb she is. I mean, the jealousy, and I've noticed she comes after women that, and I know the lies that she's put out about, money and what she has and what she doesn't have. And I know how she's lied. So, it's kind of funny that she targeted you and she targeted me. And, we're probably the most, I can't help it. So we have stable families that want something to do with us. I don't know what else to say. That we're blessed and we're educated. I don't know what else to say. But I said that at the beginning, Laura, because my parents chose for me to go to a private college instead of a state university. And somehow she's twisted that in her head to think that I wasn't able to get accepted into a state university. So I just wanted to say that. No. And I think that my parents should have sent me to a state university because it would have been a lot cheaper for them.
I don't think that little girl's college is that expensive. It's really not.
And
it's just a little Methodist college.
Right. But see how she brings that up?
Tulane.
She brought it up with me first, and then she was asking about you.
Hey, I ask where everybody goes to school. That's just what I do. Tulane is a private university. Millsaps is a private university. Stanford. Those are private universities. She went to a little Methodist girl college.
That's just what I do. I'm a nosy, snooty bitch, and I must know. That's just what I do. Ugh, you needed to clip that. That's just what I do. Along with Allison's. Well, it just wasn't just a little bit. Oh my God. Mashup.
Own it. It's definitely in the South.
So anyway, I just wanted to say that. I hope Matt.
And the next question is usually, what did you major in?
Okay, and Matt is not a felon. They are liars. Anybody can go look it up for themselves if they can read.
I'm really not.
But that's what they do.
I'm really not a big, it really matters what you do after you get your degree. I mean, if you want to go into like a top accounting firm or a top law firm, yeah, you'd want to get in one of the top 25 schools in the nation because it's so competitive. But really, in the long run, it doesn't matter. It matters what you do after. Which, yeah. Who was your daddy?
Well, I can tell you how they know it about me is because their little
parents?
minions and everybody else have been information gatherers for them. Lynn said,
dude,
that she was just doing it because she wanted to know both sides of the story.
This is full of clips.
Who everybody in my family, who they are.
Oh, everybody was her best friend at some point. They turned that all around on me. That's so funny. Just to listen to it all from afar is like, wow. Where's Nordic Mike?
Say, then you get, here comes your sisters, your brother-in-laws, those kind of people, those, they're going to call those jobs, they're going to do this. We've seen it. That's what they do. And then run around and scream, yeah, they're pretty sick. I mean, Laura, in Rescope, this mental, and I know who it is now, that mental person put out, made this threat and put my sister and brother-in-law's information. I mean, I don't even think, Laura, you knew that DJ KK idiot doxed me for 24 hours, called my phone, I answered, told him never to call again, and he proceeded to do it again and continued to do it live. And he wonders, I mean, they really believe that that's not a crime? I mean, he was live when he did it. And then today he's hashtagging my law firm, playing Pam's voice, saying it's me. I mean, you can't make this up. They are stupid. And when I gave my intent to sue, they put their foot on the gas. All of them. Combination. And it's all documented. Oh, yeah. Laura, he even said he was sending somebody to my house from my community. And they really believe that law enforcement just doesn't care. I mean, that's how dumb they are.
If she's referring to the story, if she's referring to the story that when she was in the courthouse and she saw something alarming on Periscope, so she handed the deputy her phone and said, "Do something." Yeah, I don't believe that. Yeah, that we did all question that. I still think that's bullshit. Oh, and Tecmo, I'm not sure if her feelings are hurt or not, but when Dawn made the declaration that we're just going to keep, since she won't, wants to keep this deceptive charade going, we would just play her own words 24/7. Well, oh my God, she's got people that coming out of the woodwork. Don't play my words. Don't play my name in that. Okay, well, sorry. But if you don't think these are going to be utilized, they are. I'm sorry you don't like it now. And now they're going to attack. The Turners, Tina. See, Tina tried to spread the narrative that I said I don't approve of her calling people's works and calling police on people. I don't. No matter what, I just don't. She says that's because I'm upset that she made a truce with 33. Yeah, Amelia, I hope you're okay. I bet it's a really trying time, because you can't even have the funerals normal, That's just, we are blessed in a lot of ways. And again, you do understand the only reason this is being played over and over is because I want to keep playing it until I get my papers. Because I've yet to find out, and the attorneys have not been able to find out where it is that they feel that she feels like I am at fault in this thing. I know, Amelia.
So, Laura, anyway, I'm glad you came in here because next it'll start with you. And you'll see the little minions putting out your family information, putting everything else out because that's just who they are. But it is a fact that they lied on Matt. I mean, just flat out. I mean, they've been saying it for a while, ever since they drug me into this, because they thought that I was on Team 33. But, so I looked it up myself, and I'll say they're lying. They are absolutely lying. Matt is not a felon, and Matt has never committed a felony. Not a felony. And by the way, there's not even any conviction information on there about that. No. So, that's what they do.
You got to call the courts for that.
But it's still not a felony.
Why didn't he expunge it? Why don't you expunge it for him? Then it won't be there and nobody will have to question it again. Just expunge it.
So anyway, I just wanted to say that they are liars. And, Laura, and I watched. The next thing it was, you're a drug addict. And that's why I said...
And Miss Materna, see, you ought to be listening to these tapes too, because these should help you out in collecting your information. You need to be looking for where I said she was a drug addict. I said she appeared to be over-medicated to me. Big difference. Huge difference. Total difference. Words matter.
Do you have to...
as well as intent.
Expired nutrition certificate.
See.
Make her a drug counselor now.
A certificate. Oh, yeah. In my opinion, she is too. Virtual, let 10 in at a time, or do a memorial later. Wow, Amelia.
She see through your walls, but
I know, my daughter came home and, when you've got to even think about hugging and masks to your own family members that have been out, sad.
Her do that with several people. So there's definitely a pattern. A straight pattern of lying on people on the internet. But they will continue and think that it's cute. It's not. And that's their choice. I've said this before. They are adults. Yeah, they say it about everybody. You're either a drunk or a drug addict or this, that, or the other. And then I also had to correct some bad information they put out about Section 8 housing. Once you get in, you are not in forever. And hey, yeah, like I said, that I used to represent the housing authority here. I kind of know how that works. That was a misstatement. That was a lie.
I wonder. Oh, it's a lie. Well, I'll tell you what, Materna, why don't you have me charged? That wasn't a misstatement. That was a lie. I wonder if she really did represent the housing authority. That would be easy to verify. That seems like and I'm not sure about that.
And that's not true. Once you get in, you're not in forever.
Never said that.
Or pretty much in forever. Especially if you work and you file a tax return, you have to reapply.
Yep, you do.
It's not you get in and unless you break the rules, you stay there forever.
It's not the way you're representing it either.
That's stupidity.
Your stupidity. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know.
All right, I'm going to jump off. I'm sleepy. I actually had a lot of work today. Yeah, you too.
Absolutely
Sleep
not.
well. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
I absolutely would not do that. Would you? I don't think I'd do that on here, actually. One of the few people. But Vicious says everything's going as planned, so apparently all of this was planned, Daisy. She gets to Rescope and do all her stuff. They have all these trolls that go in and, say their same old stuff and can act like they're all taking a break. Okay. That's good. We'll continue to listen.
Hey, Shauna. I had to come live just to say that, we have Waiter and we have DoorDash, and, I like to keep our restaurants in business. So I'm eating it actually cost $27. Okay. I'm eating my $27 salad right now. So I wanted Vicious to know that I don't think you've been successful until you have eaten a $20 salad. Now, I know that you can go to the farmer's market. You can make the $20 go a lot further. But, sometimes a girl's just got to do what a girl's got to do. And in fact, the local restaurant that we ordered it from just now, the entire bill, just in case anybody wants to know, was $87. Okay, so call me entitled. I don't care. Yes, I have people that clean my house and clean out my garage and all these other things. Just, the jealousy is just like spewing. But it's very ironic that I just ate. I'm in the process right now of eating a $27 salad. And no, it doesn't have lobster tails in it. It's just a good salad from a local restaurant. The local restaurants. So give back where you can. See, maybe if I were entitled, I would be selfish and not want the local restaurants to stay open. But when all this happened, everybody in my family said, because all these restaurant owners we know, pretty much we said, we are going to at least 2 days a week order in hopes that between everybody we can keep the restaurants, help out the restaurants. So there's Vicious. I'm going to tell you that I'm salad and upset still talk about the cost of salad. But I just take it as keeping things in business, and a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. And, it would have been $1, I think. Wait, $2 cheaper if I didn't get extra salad dressing. Now, I could have eaten some salad dressing at home, but they have the best vinaigrette that's homemade, and it's so yummy. So I got extra. They charge for that too. So just call me entitled, call me whatever, let the jealousy spew. And the whole family ate from DoorDash. Actually, I think it was Waiter tonight. But, and it's not cheap. No, it's not. But it's giving back to the community. Sometimes I go to the produce stand, keep the farmers in business and buy their fresh vegetables. And then sometimes I keep the restaurant owners in business. So, it's just life. But yeah, I would suggest anybody that can in their community that if the restaurants are still opening and delivering, that they think about a couple days a week, if they are able to order, because it's really sustaining and helping these local restaurants out. Hey, Daisy, I don't know. Why is she over there like rescoping like things from like 2 weeks ago? I don't know. So I just came on here to tell Vicious that I did a $27 salad. Is it okay? And I don't think you're successful until, sometimes when you're in restaurants, you don't have a choice but to order the $27 salad. No, actually, I didn't. But that's okay. That's your opinion, Daisy. Oh, yeah, I said, was her son going to eat barbecue from the store? See, because you don't know. Because, see, she's lying. She doesn't have a key to that store. But, see, that goes amongst the other lies that shows the pattern of her lies. So, once again, you don't know the facts, Daisy. She doesn't have a key to that store.
She's insane.
Wanted to. Oh, well, it wasn't my concern until she decided to talk about my children and where they go to school and what they're majoring in and everything else she said about my children. So now it very much became my business because I happened to listen to her because I listened to her for 2 solid weeks talk about my children by name. So I said, I hope she is feeding him. That's what I said. That's what I said. So, and then she wants to continue. That's right, Vicious. She wants to continue to, lie on Vicious and lie on everybody else. So, I have freedom of speech too, but I'm not lying. And I didn't talk about her son, unlike she talked about my children. And she just talked about their dad's obituary again, like it's her business as to why I wasn't in it. And I've said it a million times. We were not married. Why would I have been in his obituary? No, Val, she lied. That's not what happened. But now you're exactly right. I'm not willing to talk to her. I'm not at all. She's going to keep talking, and I'll decide to respond if I would like to, like I'm doing right now. And she can continue to keep lying on everyone, just like she's lied on Matt. She's lied on pretty much everybody over here. Everybody. Me, Shauna, Pam. I mean, the lies are continuous. She did it to Laura. So, it is what it is. So you can run over there and tell her to stop calling Laura a drug addict. Stop every time she gets her little panties in a wad. It's not going to stop a lawsuit. She doesn't have to keep attacking people because she's angry. But I have never said anything about her child. I said something about her. How can she be on here for 16 hours a day and take care of any child, whether or not it's a young adult or not? And she just lied again. I have the recording where she said she has to go get her mother. And then she was on here for, So, see, the lying is a pattern. So, yes, I have to watch and keep up with her lying patterns. Because that's what happens. But I just wanted to share with Vicious that I just ate a $27 salad as she's talking about it again. Then I guess I'm entitled. But like I said, she scopes about me all day long and brings people on the beam to talk about me all day long. And you. Vicious, so, whatever. Let her lie. I mean, she shows herself every day. I mean, I still have not heard her say, oh, she cares about Matt. But guess what? She's been calling Matt a felon for weeks. Lying. So has Don Sticks. So that's why, Val, I choose not to associate with those people because they have lied and lied and lied. On everybody. On me, on Shauna. I mean, Lynn actually said that she was on a renal transplant team and her job was more important than a nurse. So she could look at...
Let me clarify. I have had patients that were up for renal transplants. That's not a lie. All of her words. She's so good at twisting, but I can now see why she and the Turners were together.
This picture, and she, flat out, she did all that.
No, I did none of it.
And I did not know Vicious, but what I do know is that she's lied. She's lied on Vicious. Oh, and by the way, if she wants to see the pictures, 33 showed them. She sent them to 33, and they were in those text messages. That's where I saw them.
What pictures?
But now she goes to gather information on Laura and what college she went to and her family members and everything else that she does, Val. Then she'll have her little minions like Boomer did to you, put everything on loop like she did to Pam. And I'm sorry, I'm not okay with that. Then she'll have Reese's Cup come in there and say, we have a great group of women here. We need to go ahead and collect all the information we can. And then they'll pull DJ KK Dumbass in to do scopes, dox everybody, call everybody. That's what they do. Yeah, well, it's a little late to stop. I filed an intent to sue, and then she puts her foot on the gas. She should have thought about that before then. And she still has got her foot on the gas. So that's on her, not my problem. But I didn't talk about her child like she talked about mine and what he's majoring in college and everything else she talked about, specifics on my children. What I said was I talked about her. I said, how in the world is she feeding that child? I hope he has the key to the store to get him some chips. That's what I said. I didn't talk about him at all. And that comes from the fact that she's on here at least in the last almost 3 weeks, 16 hours a day. She says, oh, that bothers people. No, it doesn't bother me. If you weren't lying on me, it wouldn't bother. And having all your little minions collect information and call AOC and do all the things she's done, it wouldn't bother me at all. I don't really care how long she's on here. But she did that. Not me, Val. She did all that. So anyway, Vicious, I ate and still am, but I think I'm going to save the rest of this for tomorrow. A $27 salad. And I encourage everybody, if you are able to order and feel comfortable doing so, to do so at least a couple times a week or 3 times a week, to try to keep the restaurants at least having some business, because it's a hard time. I wonder, Vicious, if your salad was as good as mine. Mine was yummy. Did yours have homemade vinaigrette dressing with it? Like I said, I got the extra. They charged me extra for it, but I don't mind. I always get the extra even in the restaurant. Thing me to come on here as she continues to put her foot on the gas and act like she's something she's not on the internet. As she slandered, defamed, libeled me, my profession, put her company in it. That's all on her. Not me. So, Val, if you want to talk to somebody, go ask, why was it in an obituary? Not in an cause. I was not married. And if she's the nice little Southern belle that she says she is, she will know that if you're not an obituary that says former wife, or anything like that.
And generally, it says the mother of his children. That's generally at the very end what's said, out of respect for their children and the mother of the children. That's how it's usually done, unless the current wife objects.
But she wants to keep bringing it up, which, whatever. I mean, I don't. But Matt, I did. I don't know if you saw it, Matt, but I hope Shauna sent you those links. The public health department has the link of what you're supposed to do. So do that. And I agree with you, Matt. Those people don't care about you, or they wouldn't be calling you a felon for the last 3 weeks. I mean, that's the most hypocritical bunch of shit I've ever seen in my life. She wants to hop on that beam and, you need to go to the doctor. No, how about she needs to stop lying?
Mm-hmm.
And Don Sticks, and gathering information on people and doxing them and doing all their nasty crap. But that's on them. So anyway, Vicious, it was fun. Glad I got to eat my salad and tell you about it. Next time, I'll send you and Shauna one. How about that? Write me a comment. Tell Shauna the next time we order out, I'll get waiter or whoever around there. I'll send you a 20. And hey, guess what? I promise I'll never bring it up again. It's my contribution to your restaurant's in-house area. And I don't know how you can order a salad online and it not be $20, but maybe you can. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm sure I'll be a drunk.
I know there's a lot of new ones here, so I'm just going to say the point of it was not the $20 salad. The point of it, she said she hadn't eaten in 3 days, and her pup hadn't eaten. She asked if I could send her $20. Normal people would go and get enough to last a few days. And that's not all I sent her. She knows I helped her with hundreds of dollars. Hundreds.
I know that I know that parody was kind of, I don't know. Materna sounds really snooty and stuff, so she's trying to turn it around and say that she's this debutante that is just rubbing everybody's face in the fact that she ate a $27 salad in the middle of a pandemic. You see how she turned it all around? But it was a parody of the fact that Lynn holds it over my head that she sent me $20 and I got a salad delivered. So she keeps bringing it up, and she will keep bringing it up. And that was the reason why Materna felt like it was really shitty of her to keep bringing this up, so she did this little parody. So she plays the parody and then twists it all up. That's just Lynn's game, and she will continue to do this to everybody. So I hope everybody gets comfy over there with Lynn, because she will do this to you as well. Yes, she does enjoy portraying herself as the epitome of manners, whilst being one of the most disgusting people that I've ever met in my life. I don't know how many times she has to bring up the fact that she was sending money. But here are the texts of her saying why she was contributing was because she was using my platform as much as I was. And she felt that she needed to contribute. So I did, but I didn't see her response. What did she say? Yeah, well, the thing is that when you give somebody $20 and they learn that you get a salad delivered, the first thing that you would do is get on Scope and tell everybody that this person is starving and they got a salad with your $20 and then hold it over their head for years and years. This is years later. I'm just saying. Like, how long will this go on? That's what I want to know. She said she denounced it. Well, at least the homecoming queen is still of some sort of morality. I hope she hangs on to that while she's over there with that crew, because there's some pretty shitty people over there. But they pretend that they're so righteous and so good, and so much so that they have to say it out loud. We're good people. We're good people. They have to say it out loud to remind everybody, because they're really not. But I can't tell you. You have to experience it for yourself. Because otherwise, you look at me as somebody that's trying to control what room you're going into and who you should and shouldn't be friends with. I'm done warning people. So you do what you do. I hope you get comfy over there. If you're over there, get comfy. These people will show themselves. I'm not worried at all. I know what they're capable of. I know there's Facebook people that are saying, the Periscope people don't understand, the years and years of, yeah, not exactly, not the terms of exact and, where everybody knows exactly what happened and the little caveats and little deals and little whatever. All those are different. But the main thing, the main problems and the main contributors are the same. Yeah, well, the doxing stuff is easier from the Facebook side because you guys all know each other's names and, it's all been on Front Street since the very beginning. But Periscope people, we were able to hide behind our names, are the ones that we made up for the longest. And then whenever people started, getting doxed, which we say is putting out, real information instead of, the screen name that you chose, it really started to become real. Like, Facebook people, it started out real because you started with real names and real people. With us, when Carrie put out my address that day, it was like a shot in the heart. You know what I mean? Because that shit's not readily available. She had to tell me she was sending me a necklace in order to get my address. This is what she does. She sends gifts. So if she asks you for your address, or she can send you a bracelet or a necklace just to show her appreciation on how good of a friend she is, don't give her your address. I'm just warning you. I said I wasn't going to warn anybody, but that will be my one warning. Yeah, and then it got real, because then I was like, wow, I'm glad that I'm moving. I was moving to Arizona at the time, so when she did that, I was like, man, I was so glad that I'm out of there. But I did end up having to go back there, and it was scary, because I knew that everybody had that. It's just, there's a lot of history that you guys don't know about this side, and I've pretty much stayed quiet because I'm not good in the whole, let's be friends with people that really fucked you over. I hold grudges, Carrie put my address out there too by sending a bracelet. See? Babry knows, and I tried to warn her about it too. But I mean, then you're told you're controlling, and you're trying to tell people what scopes that people can go into, when you're really just trying to make sure that nobody else, especially anybody that you care about, goes through the same thing. But then you just look like a controlling bitch, and they're able to twist it around and make you just look like the most horrible person on earth. So this is why I call it the cult of snakes, because when I was friends with all of these people, they said it was the cult of VNN. Do you see how it didn't switch hands? They didn't all turn on me. I dropped them all at different times. This was not a group, oh, let's drop Vicious, and this is our group. No, it took them a while to realize that they were all, dismissed. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a long road. But anytime Lynn tells you that she sent me money and that I was taking advantage of her, I just want you to remember these texts, because she was contributing to a show that I had. She now denies even that I had a show. So at this point, I don't really know what else to say, because people that believe her, and you can't go back and see my replays because both of my badge accounts were taken. So, I mean, there really isn't any proof unless somebody has them recorded, and the only one that really has a whole bunch of them recorded is Allison the Sneaky Rabbit. So, I mean, when are we going to see that? Never, unless it contributes to their narrative. You know what I mean? So, that's the way that that's going to roll. But I hope that they're all comfy over there. This is exactly how it was supposed to go. But I'm wondering if she's going to go back and
that's what I thought.
Rescope Wolf like she originally planned on it, or whether she's going to stay on Materna all day. Over, under?
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen unless we get some kind of rapid test quickly.
Still Materna.
If everything opens back
All right.
up.
I'm going to go do something productive.
Yeah, and I saw something, Dana, about they sent those.
But if she comes back with the wolf,
the other part to
I'll be back, because it's just funny to hear her commentary. I'll be back, guys. Bye, Jules. Bye, Lee. Bye, Jeff. Bye, Mike. I love your faces. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Matt, hope you're feeling better.